Welcome to Thing Guide, the show where we learn the way things work. All throughout Valentine's, we have been seeing hearts everywhere, on shop windows and in cards, but have you actually stopped to consider how they work? Well, Thing Guide is here to answer just that, so don't be giving your heart away too quickly without knowing all the consequences. To start with, the heart is a muscular organ with a function of pumping blood to all parts of the body, carrying with it the oxygen and nutrients and taking away waste from the cells. Now, this is where the heart sits within the body. Let's take a closer look. The heart is located behind the ribs, in between the lungs, and is slightly off-centre towards the left. The heart can be thought of as 4 quadrants or chambers. The upper chambers are called atria, and the 2 on the bottom are called ventricles. The rest of the components we'll look at later. What you are seeing now is the cycle of the heart. First, we see blood flowing into the atria and the ventricles. On the right side, the blood is coming from the body through the vena cava, and on the left, it's coming from the lungs through the pulmonary vein. All regions of the heart are relaxed at this point, and this is referred to as diastole. The majority of the filling of the ventricles occurs at this point, and we can see the valves separating the atria and ventricles are open. They are referred to as Atrioventricular Valves. The atria then contracts, pumping the remaining blood into the ventricles, and this is called Atrial Systole. Once the ventricles are full, the pressure is higher than that of the atria, forcing the atrioventricular valve to shut. This is to prevent backflow. During ventricular systole, the ventricles contract, the pressure within them rises, and when the pressure exceeds that of the arteries, the valves open and blood rushes out, leaving through the pulmonary artery on the right side and the aorta on the left side. Now, here is the same process in 3D. The blood entering into the heart via the vena cava is full of the waste products of respiration. The right side of the heart pumps this blood to the lungs where the waste CO2 can be expelled and oxygen can enter into the blood. This is shown as the transition from blue to red on the animation. This blood then enters into the heart through the pulmonary artery. It is then expelled into the aorta and branches off into many arteries, transporting the blood everywhere in the body, from the tip of your fingers and into your noggin and all the way down to the tips of your toes, carrying with it all the supplies the cells need to function. This is the reason why the left side of the heart is bigger, as it has to contract with sufficient force to get the blood to the whole body, whereas the right side is smaller as it only needs to transport the blood to the lungs, which are really close by. Once the blood has dropped off all the supplies to the rest of the body, it's time to pick up the waste. The deoxygenated blood carrying the waste travels back to the heart through the veins, entering in through the vena cava for the cycle to be repeated all over again. Both the left and the right work in tandem, so the blood is reaching the lungs and the body all in one cycle. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We really hope that you have learnt as much as we have. Please don't forget to do the usual, like, share and subscribe, and please feel free to leave a comment below of any further topics that you want to see from Thing Guide.